Okay, you guys, my name is Tamika Renee. I am not really new to YouTube, but I'm like really new to broadcasting videos. This is a video response to biracial Tiffany's blog about Mulatto Diaries, in which later I learned that she's not really she learns that this is not a good word, but the whole time this is what you call your diary number. Anyways, I'm not here to my initial point to, I don't think that mulatto was a bad word because that's who you are, that's who you are. There are much worse words that can be used in that sense for people who are of mixed race and who are not totally black or not totally white. And we don't want to say those words. But this is not the point. My whole initial point is that I'm trying to get through. Hold on a second. We are going to do this because I have to see myself while I'm talking. That's just who I am. Okay, so she goes, and I'm reading off my paper down here because my problem is I really like Tiffany. But I really think that she's biased against herself. You know, I'm multiracial myself. My mom is Creole and black. My dad is mixed with black and white. Okay? So I adhere to the whatever 1-4% of Native American that I am. And I know that I'm different from other people. I go by black, but I know that that's not totally who I am. But at the same time, I don't disregard black people. You see what I'm saying? So, just a little side story. You know, when at my grandmother's funeral, 2 years ago, this guy's, a black man was like, white, because he'd known me growing up, and you know who I am, you know where my family history comes from. But at the same time, people don't look at you if you have. Sometimes they do look at you if you have one black parent or one of your grandparents is black, and you're black, and that's how you're supposed to be. But that's not how I am because my dad is mixed as well as my grandmother. So he goes, "Why do you talk like that? Basically, like you talk white." And all black people are different. All black people are not the same, and some people are mixed. Just because my skin tone is this color does not mean that I'm 100% black, or I act like the more majority population of the black folk. But this is not my point either. I'm just telling you who I am. I adhere more to Native American side, just in saying. Okay, and then this is basically, I had to redo this video because the other video I did was like extra long, so I'm just actually going over what I said in the other video and kind of shortening things. But in analyzing Tiffany, I've come, her Mulatto Diaries, I've come to terms that she does not really like being biracial, and this is the whole point of this video. Not to knock you down, Tiffany. It's just that I know for some reason it just seems like, and I'm not the only one who said it. But moving on. Not knocking you down, but I like mixed people. That's the reason why I came across your vlog, in the first place. But as a couple of months grew on, and then finally today it hit me I was just watching your vlogs on and off for the past couple of months. And it just hit me today she really doesn't like being black or part black, whatever you want to call it. Just like I may not be accepted by the black folks, a lot of black folks, as being black because I speak well-rounded and I'm educated. The same way you're not always accepted by white folks. And, you adhere more to being white. But in this sense, I'm just keeping it real. Yes, the airport guy was racist that you were talking about. He could have let you on there since you saw the other executive white men get aboard the plane and they had their black tote carry-on bags. But you went to, you, in psycholizing everything in my mind, that's how I do. If I'm listening to someone speak, I'm imagining every word they're saying. To me, what you were saying was you use the black race when it's convenient to you. Now, in that time, you say, what did she say? She goes to say, then something inside of me told me to say, well, if I was as white as you or my dad, dot, dot, dot. So basically that's saying you wish that you are white. And I'm not saying this all to be mean, but I'm just psychoanalyzing everything, you know. And then on the other one, I think that's number 77. It's called Respect. She goes to say she went to Michigan State and all this other kind of stuff. This guy asked her, did she go to Michigan State? He could have just been asking you, did you go to Michigan State? You know, and mixed people do have an inferiority complex. I'm not saying that for everyone. For the most part, they are, because they are of mixed race, and sometimes they don't know which way to go, which way to turn, whatever. But he could have just been asking you, did you go to Michigan State because you're wearing the sweater? You know, I've never stepped a foot into Mizzou, but if I'm wearing a sweater and someone asks me, did you go to Mizzou? Of course they're going to ask you, you know, and I'm going to be like, no. But at the same time, he's asking because he doesn't know. Okay, moving along. I don't categorize myself as one race. I grew up black, but I consider myself multiracial. Tamika Renee. And also, you had some video comments and, you know, video responses and comments that Tiffany is racist, and I can understand where, you know, even the black people and the mixed people would say that. Only because I believe that you haven't come to terms with who you really are, in the sense that you know that your mom is black, but at the same time, you categorize yourself more with the white folk. And why I say black folk, white folk, I don't believe that to be any racist terms, no more than saying the N-word, which I don't use. But and then you go, and then, like, basically, yes, you have a black mom and a white dad, but that does not give you the moral right to criticize the black folk. I just say black folk, white folk. It doesn't matter. It's black, white people. And I don't believe in the whole one drop thing either. That's for the birds. That's like so over my fucking head. Anyway, if that's the case, if there's a one drop rule, why not have the one white drop rule? You know, basically, I know it was created for the white men to feel more superior to people who had a little bit of white in them. That's cool with me. But if that's the case, you know, one drop white rule, then that means you're white, which you're okay with because you're more comfortable with the white side anyways. If that's the case, then I'm white too, but I don't believe in that, the whole one drop BS. And then you go along to say, it just came out of me to say, if I had a white mom, if I had a white mom, if I had a white mom. So if you didn't have a white mom, you wouldn't be biracial Tiffany. And what would your black mom think about that? But going back to what other people are saying, you know, what I have learned is that if your mom didn't, if they didn't get along and your mom didn't like your dad, then that means they have like common, you know, feelings for each other, basically. So you are just a spawn of your mother, you know, basically. But we'll talk about that in later episodes. And so when I first, hold on a second, but when I first, okay, I'm getting off of this in like 2 seconds. But when I first viewed your vlog, I thought that, you know, what about the many challenges that you've been brought up on, that you would not go to the white race. But since you know that, I guess that's the more popularity because your dad is white, because you said you dated more you dated more white men. You had longer relationships with white men. But that's neither here nor there. I was just saying, like, basically, I would think that you wouldn't want your child to. Now, I'm not like judging you in any ways. I'm just saying that I didn't think that you would want your child to like go through all the things that you had gone through, since you've been going through so many things with the black people. Because honestly, once you marry a black man and you guys have kids, your child is black, and she won't have as many looks as on the white side, because that's just how it is. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm going to make another video in 2 seconds. Part 2. Bye.